I'm Angie Rizzi, and I'm from NASA Langley Research Center, and I'm here today to share with you one of my favorite activities, which is an aerosol catcher. So in order to do this activity, you need a few supplies, but they're simple. So you want some clear contact paper, you need a piece of cardboard, and as long as it's as big as a regular piece of paper, it's fine. You don't have to have a specific size. You're going to want to have the two sheets from the globe activity, the one which is the sample grid, and then the student activity sheet, which we'll be using a little bit.
If you don't have a printout of the sample grid or the student activity sheet, you're welcome to draw your own. It helps to have a ruler, and you can use blank paper or lined paper or graph paper.
You need some scissors to cut your contact paper, some tape, something to write with, and a number cube or dice. Okay? So we want to do this activity to try to catch some of the aerosols, which are particles that float in the air. Some aerosols are big enough for us to see with our eyes or maybe with a magnifying glass, but some are too small for us to see. So for this activity, we're only going to be able to look at aerosols that we can see with our eyes or with the magnifying glass. So what we need to do is cut a piece of contact paper. Now I've already cut some here, and you just want to make sure that it is big enough to cover that grid. Okay, as long as it's big enough to cover the grid, it's going to be a good size, but not bigger than the whole piece of paper. Okay, then I'm going to take my piece of cardboard, and I am going to take the contact paper, and notice I did not take the back off of the paper yet. And I'm going to put the back side facing up, and I'm going to tape down the corners. And I only want to tape the corners. I don't want to tape all around all the edges. I just want to tape the corners so it will stay on the paper. But that's not sticky. To make it sticky, I have to peel the back off. And when I'm doing that, I'm going to have to get it started. And I try not to put my fingers on the sticky part. So I try to keep my fingers on the corners. And when I get close to one, I will put my finger down and go by. And it's okay to leave a little bit of paper under a little bit of the back under the contact, under the tape. So, okay, so this is what I did. I now have the four corners. It's okay to have the back under them, and this is ready to put down and see if it can catch some aerosols. Well, you want to leave it for at least 2 hours and maybe even longer. But let me show you what we'll do after we left it for a couple hours. So pretend that you left it there, and here's my sheet, and here's my sample grid. And I am going to lay the sample grid down on top of the sheet, making sure that the grid is over the sticky part. Okay, I'll stick it to there. And now I will take the contact paper off, and this is why I only wanted to tape down the corners, because it would be too hard to take it off otherwise. And now the sticky side isn't up. But we can go and we have all these squares, and we can count how many might be in each square.